how many rows I'm supposed to use for each size pumpkin. Can't find it. So it is social media update time. So I have enough to do all of the small ones, and then hello strawberries, and welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, I am Danae. I own Berry Stitch Crochet and Knit. I make coasters. Mostly it's kind of like my main focus. If you hear something in the background, that is my cat's toy that she is currently playing with. So apologies. Anyways, my main focus is coasters, but I also do other things like knit hats, some scarves and things. In the fall and winter, we are going to be making pumpkins, but not pumpkin coasters, but like stuffed pumpkins. In this vlog, that's kind of gonna be what we're doing. But anyways, this is an order. So I'm going to pack this up, and then we will get into making things. I got yarn and stuff in, so I'll do all that after I get this packed and outside. I could have sworn that the mail used to not come until like 2, but I feel like they've been coming earlier, and it's already almost 10:30, so I'm getting really nervous. So, right, pack this up and then start on all the other stuff.
Your feelings hung low, pulling me to you. Your silhouette burns, but the truth ain't true. What you're holding close, girl, let it show. 'Cause your vibe's a fire with a shadowed glow. Cruising down the strip, my feelings in the air. Told me meet you close, but not quite there. Corner of a world, not her front door. Got my mind racing, wondering what's in store. Skin like velvet, eyes that pull me deep. Every word you dodge, secrets that you keep. Smile like a spark, but it's hiding a flame. While you're holding back, won't you say your last name? Oh, you're pulling me, got my heart in anxiety, but every move you make.
It is a time. But what time is the question? It is 2:30. I finished editing last week's vlog, and I was looking all over the place for, I'm pretty sure it's a sticky note that has how many rows I'm supposed to use for each size pumpkin. Can't find it. So that's fun. Anyways, I wrote down what I think are the amount of rows that I used. So we'll just kind of see and hope for the best. So anyways, I have yarn here. So let's open this. Okay, I'll use that one first. So I got 4 of the Yosemite yarn from Lion Brand. It's the Heartland yarn. It's what I like to use for the pumpkins and for the headbands specifically. So I don't know how many I'll make. I'm gonna try and make more orange pumpkins because the orange pumpkins obviously sell the best, but people really like the headbands in this color too, so I kind of get torn sometimes. But then I also got this on Amazon, and it was cheaper to get this. It was cheaper per skein because it was in like a bundle thing. But I thought some of the colors would make cute pumpkins for like, I know a lot of my stuff is like, girl, what the hell? She's gonna be scratching behind me. A lot of my stuff is more like bright and fun, but when it comes to where I live, people tend to have more like a home country type of thing. And I'm only selling these at a market. So I'm doing these for Apple Fest. Now, when I started my YouTube almost a year ago, I was getting ready for Apple Fest, but I have a lot more new people here. So Apple Fest is a very, very large craft market thing in Franklin, Pennsylvania. And I do my knit hats and the pumpkins. Last year I did take coasters, but I don't think I'm going to take my coasters this year, just for simplicity, because I don't have a booth by myself. I share booth space with my dad's aunt. She's been doing it for however long Apple Fest has been a thing. So like almost 40 years, something like that. So she lets me share booth space with her. So when it comes to like doing the checkout and everything, it gets kind of complicated with that. So I want to try and keep it simple. So I think I'm just gonna not do my coasters this year and just do the hats and the pumpkins. Crossing my fingers though that it's actually cold this year. Last year it was warm, and I'm pretty sure if my dad had made me pay him back for the booth fee, because my dad also will put things out at Apple Fest. If my dad had made me pay him back for booth space, I would not have made a profit at all. He's also not making me pay him this year. So I got really lucky at that, because it is, I think, $375 a spot. And we take up 3 spots. Anyway, crossing my fingers that it's cold. I'm going to be doing pumpkins, headbands, hats. And I think that's all I'm going to bring this year. I do still have keychains. I sold a few keychains last year, so I'll probably do the keychains and what I have left of like these cozy things. Point is, headbands. People really like people tend to buy more of the neutral woodsy tones versus brighter colors. What I have noticed from doing Apple Fest. Anyways, so I got these colors. This is a color I normally use also. This one is Sequoia. I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't know how to say it. But this pink is like a muted pink, so I think this would be cute for headbands. And then like these like more natural tones would make good like pumpkins that would pair also nicely with each other and with the orange. You know what I'm saying? I did make pastel pumpkins last year, but they didn't sell very well. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, I'll go back to the more neutral tones. I'm not going to make this pink into a pumpkin. I'm just going to put this as a headband. So I wish these would stay together better. Oh, Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon's also one that does well as a headband. But Mammoth Cave is new to me. Acadia is a new one for me, and Indian Dunes is another one that's new to me. All the rest, I'm pretty sure I've had this one before. Wolf Trap. No, I don't think I have. But anyways, I do know that that Grand Canyon, Sequoia, and Yosemite, these ones do well sale wise for pumpkins. but I think this might do well too because it is pretty orangey, and then like having like a more white instead of like grayish tan. And then this has a little bit like, this one, it's like brown, but like a green toned brown, if that makes sense. Anyways, so I'm gonna stack all of them here and start obviously with orange. So I do have a big thing of stuffing, polyfill, whatever, for these. So I know last year I waited till like a couple weeks before I started this, and I'm starting this much earlier, but I don't always like waiting till the last minute, so that's why I wanted to start pretty early on getting things done, so that way I don't feel so panicky right before. I'd rather just like do it now, even though it's only August, get things done, and then be able to like relax and know that I already have everything ready for when it's time to like go and set up and everything, and it gets closer. So I have this done. I'm still, honestly, I'm not confident that this is the correct size, to be honest. Originally I thought I only needed 48 rows for these small pumpkins, but then I got there and I realized that was nowhere near correct. So I needed more. So I did 60 rows, but even that seems too small, but we'll see once I stuff it. But I'm getting annoyed with having to constantly unravel the yarn, so I have this that you put the yarn on, but even with this, I think that, and because it gets stuck on the thing sometimes, like it would still probably catch too much, and then it would mess up the tension on the knitting machine. So what I plan to do is I will use this, well, maybe not, I'll just use my little unicorn thing if I can find it. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cake all of the yarn to a yarn cake, and then I can do a middle pull that will work better. These I never am able to get a good middle pull on, so I just don't try. But I'm going to cake them, and then I will have a good middle pull. So pivoting my plan a little bit. It's Thursday. It's about 10 o'clock, but yesterday I got an order for 9 coasters. Basically, I think what happened was they bought 2 sets of 4, but then they used a promo code, like a 10% off promo code, which put them below $35. And I have a $35 free shipping guarantee thing on my Etsy. And so that put them below $35, so they tacked on an extra coaster so that they could get free shipping. But anyways, so I'm going to pack this up. But first, yesterday was the 20th, and I forgot till it was like the end of the day. So it is social media update time. So last month for TikTok, I had 479 followers. This month I have 504. So I broke 500. Yay! I think my goal on my goal thing was like 600. But to be perfectly honest, I don't think that's actually likely by the end of the year. Same thing with my other like goals of what I wanted for followers. I don't think any of them are like gonna be obtained. Instagram, I had 239. I now have 240. So I gained one. Lemon 8, I had 213. I now have 226. Pinterest, I had 148. I now have 149. However, my monthly views on that are in like are between like 35, like 30 to 45K a month of monthly views. And people do pin the watermelons a lot, and people are starting to pin the lemons. So watermelons get pinned a lot, and lemons do, though that's not transitioning into sales, which is a bummer, but hopefully eventually they do. And here on YouTube, I had last month 204. There's now 222 as of yesterday. I haven't checked today, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm improving, though slowly. So I'm going to pack this up. I have made some progress on pumpkins, though it's just all the hat. Like, I'm only to the step where they look like hats. So I have large. These will be the medium ones, and then these will be the small ones. The small ones sell more, obviously, because they're the cheapest ones. So I always try to make sure that I have more small ones than large ones. I found more of the orange yarn, but I think I'm just going to reserve it for headbands. I'm not sure. I might make one more medium one, and then, like I said, leave all the rest for headbands, maybe. And then I have this brown and tan. I was going to use this, but this, to me, it's just on the side of too green that I don't really want to make it into a pumpkin. So I'll probably leave this for headbands, which will be a totally different vlog. This was that first one I made. I just don't have a stem on it yet. But see, it's a little pumpkin. And I didn't show myself making this part, but I will eventually. I was trying to make sure that my sizing was right for the small, and it matched up with my other small ones, so that's why I was hoping that my numbers for how many rows to do is accurate. But if anything, they're all close enough. But then I'm going to make these into some. I do have some of these already made in these colors, so I might only do a large one of this one and then use the rest for headbands. And I haven't decided what size to make out of this one because I have a small, medium, and large already in the dark brown. So I don't know, maybe I'll make a small, and maybe like a small and a medium, and leave the rest for the largest. Sell the least, so that's why. But anyways, okay, I'm going to pack this order up and then get back to work on cranking out more pumpkin hats. I don't know. That's how I think of them.
Moonlight peeks through the curtains. Another night, another fight. How do you feel? Are you hurting?
it is Friday. I have all of the pumpkin hats ready, so now I can start stuffing them. So I'm going to start with the small ones and then work my way up. So I did start working on some lemons last night because I had that order for the 9 and that left me with only 4. So when I'm not filming and stuff and not working on the pumpkins, I'm trying to get a head start on restocking those. But anyways.
Took one step out the door, wish I'd taken before. I can't make amends with those who won't make good friends. Took one look at the car, felt like looking at a scar. I can't play pretend with those who play the victim. I can't make you love me right, and I don't want what ruins my nights. You ruin my nights, you ruin my nights. Never thought I'd go to hate, doing things with grace. It's turned me to stone, not being able to throw. There's a time and place, screaming off about me. But the echo of the pain can keep me from jumping. I can't make you love me right, and I don't want what.
Okay. I have the pumpkins all done made. And I went ahead and made the stems, as many as I could anyways. So I have enough to do all of the small ones and then 2 for like the medium and large ones. I ran out of yarn, but the rest doesn't come in till like Monday or Tuesday. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what I can. I've made some headway on making lemon bases to restock those. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm all done putting the stems on the pumpkins. So now that that's done, I'm going to end the vlog here. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you made it this far, leave the fall leaves emoji. I think there's like 2 different ones, either one. Who cares? And if you want to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.